Right, welcome back. Part 2. We're still playing Evil Genius. We're building our super base of awesomeness and cake.
Yeah, so far you've seen us build this mighty tunnel with some future traps on the way.
There will probably be a long list in the commentary about why this tunnel sucks, because someone's built a mightier tunnel that consists of the entire feckin' mountainside with a treasure chest at the bottom.
But this is YouTube we're talking about. Someone's going to complain that you put the trap like 5 centimeters to the left.
Yeah, they don't like my position of my wind trap. That's what I said to your mother last night. See, videos pop up on occasion. That's irrelevant. Bugger off.
We know we don't know what we're doing, but teaching us won't work.
We're improvising. See, the guys
wing it.
Yeah, they're still carrying explosives. So every room you build, you have to pay for the room itself, then pay for the items in the room.
Right.
So it can start costing you.
And I take it the fact that we don't have our generator room ready yet means that everything's not very functional.
We have, as you can see, panel here next to the mini map. We've got 20 plus. That's the power we have. Below it is the -4. That's what we're draining.
Okay,
so we have
so
16 until we get more doors and these traps in.
All right. So if we do
here,
have a basic reserve.
Yeah. Well, there we go. Beautifully done.
Such
you can see it. You can see a fellow carrying a. The game is 2004 by a now defunct British video game company whose name has just left me, but it's in the
come
article.
Back to you in like
3 or 4 days.
Time.
It's in the article somewhere. So now we've got a blank room. Lockers. That's very good. Your men need to have their stuff somewhere.
That very shiny floor makes it actually look like the room's full of water.
You're actually very right there. I'll just completely bollocks this up. But,
As per usual.
No, that's all right. I'll just move it. That's what she said.
It's still facing the wrong way, I think. Again, that's what she also said. She's very judgmental.
Incredibly so. Slag.
We need to find better people in our lives.
We've known each other how long? There's no better people. It just gets worse.
This is also true.
Look at the Raging Raven. It's just worse. Anybody who spends an hour bludgeoning a working Joe to death with a hammer because he thinks life is good. Yeah.
You got to at least admire the dedication.
Oh yeah, you got nothing. You got dedication and dumb luck. Because my God, I mean the amount of times that alien walked straight past him while he was hiding behind something. Every time I try that, it comes behind the thing and eats me. Only the Raging Raven would actually have that kind of dumb luck.
Yeah, this is true.
For those, also, once again, thanks to our friends at Razer, we're using the
Naga 2014 edition.
Yeah, the Naga Epic Chroma. Fantastic mouse. For this, again, the review coming up. But you probably read the review by now by the time this video goes live.
I also personally own the left-handed equivalent of this mouse, and I think it's glorious.
This feckin' bastard next to me is a goddamn lefty.
Sometimes.
I
like to be flexible.
Jesus Christ. As they said in Dilbert, it's the right man that built this country. If it wasn't for the right man, you lefties would be lying in the mud.
But an interesting fact is in the old American shipyards, when they were building those big steel ships still by hand and they had to hammer in the bolts and things, they would actually pair up a left and right-handed person to work in tandem, each standing one side of the bolt, taking turns to hammer, so that as the one guy was swinging back, the other guy was able to swing down and essentially double the work speed.
It's all about the size of your swing.
Exactly.
You see, I'm putting in lots of lockers at this point. Lockers are highly important.
What do they actually do?
Your troops can then get changed, essentially. The more lockers and beds you have...
So we will have a fashionable army.
Very fashionable army of incompetent minions.
I like the sound of this already.
Yeah, they are pretty incompetent, especially if they don't learn and keep up their skills. Then they end up getting stuck in doorways. They also have panic attacks. I've had minions in previous playthroughs running through the building screaming because they get lost.
We have an army of Raven.
We have an army of Raven and me on the piss, yes. I mean, we ran through the middle of the nightclub one night screaming the Smurfs are after us.
I can actually picture you guys doing that.
It was funny. The scary part was some people believed us and actually started running with us.
I can also see that happening.
Only in this country. Only in this country. Right. We're going to do that.
So now we have a room that will be pretty in...
Yeah, essentially the more lockers, and your maximum limit is 100 people of any one class.
So you can have 100 of one class and 100 of another class.
Yeah, but from all your soul, as I said, everyone has to come out of your workforce.
Okay, so they start as a worker and then they specialize.
Essentially.
All right.
Through training or torture or whatever.
Okay.
But you still need, every single man needs to have a bed and everything else and a locker. So I've put the freezer here. I like, so a hero comes along over here, la-da-da, he dies somewhere in these corridors or gets killed by my minions. The body is then carried into this freezer room here. Mm-hmm. And then it's just disposed of in the freezer. It's good because you don't want corpses lying around when there's government investigators and things walking around. They might find dead bodies and might get a bit upset by that.
People have a tendency to be upset with dead bodies.
Exactly, tourists in particular. You see, those are our jobs. We've completed one so far.
Okay.
Building a tunnel. Then we quickly save.
I do like how the blueprint, the unbuilt areas actually look like blueprint diagrams. It's quite a cool little effect.
It is very nice. It's very nice.
I've always loved this style of game. Dungeon Keeper, Startopia.
Of course, War for the Overworld.
Yes.
That is going to be amazing.
Basically Dungeon Keeper 3, to be fair.
The spiritual successor. It's Dungeon Keeper 3. Just admit it's Dungeon Keeper 3.
Yes. And it does look glorious, so we'll definitely have to do a playthrough of that sometime.
Multiplayer could be so much fun.
Yes.
Nothing like raping an enemy Dungeon Keeper. Nothing like letting your Horned Reaper have at their imps.
Oh, the youth of this generation missed out.
Oh, this is true.
So I see our lockers are starting to come up nicely there.
Yeah, as you see, your guy has to run off to go get the money to the dock or helipad, pick up the box, run all the way back with it, and then lay it out. So it can be a very labor-intense, a very long-term game, this.
Yeah.
I mean, we're almost into our second video here, and we've done actually nothing except just build up a base.
Well, we built a very impressive tunnel.
We have a nice blueprint diagram going.
Yes. People can see our vision.
Yeah, it's more than we can see at this point. Strong room's going to be the next. That's the big one for me.
Hey, we did something.
Yeah, the barracks is now complete because it's got a bed and a locker room. Of course, I'm going to put a lot more beds and a lot more lockers in. Videos pop up. Bugger off with your video. They're nice to have, though, on occasion, because they do tell you a thing or six that you've forgotten or can't remember.
But it doesn't really matter now, because we're just going, what the hell, let's click and stuff will happen.
Well, essentially, we're doing what we usually do. We learn by doing.
It's the best way to learn.
Oh, yeah. Nothing like sticking your fingers in lots of pies.
Better than sticking your fingers in a wall socket.
I wonder if we can get Batman Green to do that. What do you reckon, Frisky?
Yes, my thoughts exactly.
Jesus. People like that. Who needs enemies? See, they're bringing in lots of boxes now from both the dock and the helipad. So there's a lot of... every 60... It's up to you.
Yeah.
But if you click over here, every 60... You've got this bar at the bottom for your recruitment. It's one... For no money, it's every 60 seconds. Your max is one guy a second, but it costs $4,000 a piece.
Okay.
But if you've got the kind of money, you can recruit an entire army of 100 guys in under a minute.
So again, it's up to you to find the balance that works best for you.
Yes.
Speed versus money.
Exactly. At this point, of course, it's neither.
Well, we're still getting the foundation laid. The world can wait for domination.